Hey guys, Dominique Nelson here with Nelson Construction Renovations. I'm here to show you guys around a job site. This is a project we're doing in Harbor Oaks in Clearwater, Florida. And I just want to show you why we love remodels. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing as easy as a ground up home, bulldozing and just starting from scratch and just building what's on the drawings. So most contractors really do prefer to stick to that. But in our opinion, some of these beautiful old historic homes are just really worth saving, and they have a lot of character and certain aspects to them that the original builders, imbued that you just can't get out of a new modern home. So I'm just going to show you around this beautiful historic home that we're doing in Harbor Oaks, and you'll get to see all of the very interesting parts and pieces that go along with it. So here we go.
What I love about old homes is the craftsmanship in the existing structure and the extra mile that they took to build it right. The old house that I'm standing in right now is very, very close to 100 years old, and it's built extremely strong. And it's actually built a lot better than most new homes are built nowadays. There's next to no mold or anything in the house. It breathes very well. The exterior of the house is actually balloon framed, which means the outer walls were framed from the ground all the way up 3 stories, which gives it a lot of shear strength and makes it very strong. The wood is all dimensional, which means it's very thick. It's a good solid 2 inches by 8 inches thick or 6 inches thick, which is lumber you can't really get nowadays. It's made out of heart pine, which is a species that's very dense. So I really love that about this old house. And I would much rather do a full renovation and restoration to restore what's here and bring it back to the way it was, as opposed to taking it all down and rebuilding it. Just on the sheer fact that I really respect the people that originally built the house. So I'm standing here in what's called a conservatory. It's a full glass structure and with a steel frame. It was built by a company out of New York. I don't know the name of the company offhand, but it's very unique hardware that was designed just for this building, for this structure. If you look over here, you can see a handle here, and you turn the handle and it creates a reaction on these bars that turn, that open up these wings out. It also has a universal joint here that goes over to this side and to this side and to that side. And there's also small pulley ways that go up here, which are not in place, which we're going to restore. And it opens up the top, and the wings actually open up. Some of this has plexiglass in it, and some of it has regular glass. It's all going to get replaced with glass. And we're going to paint the frame, most likely gloss black, so that we can feature the hardware, because this steel, these mechanisms and this hardware is not something you could ever build or get someone to build nowadays. It's very custom. Standing in the middle of the house, this is the large kitchen area we've created, and this is actually an old fireplace stack that goes all the way up through to the top of the house. There's 3 fireplaces in the house. This one was abandoned. The firebox is non-existent now. However, because of the bricks and everything, they're beautiful. We're going to be drywalling here and here, and we're going to leave these bricks exposed. We're going to clean this with muriatic acid and do some minor tuck pointing, but try to leave it to look rustic and feature this brick in the middle of the house. You can see the house is pre-1930s. It's got wood lath everywhere. The scratch coat, you can see the pieces hanging here. It's got hair in it. They actually used hog hair or horse hair, and they ground it up into the first coat to give it reinforcement. In two areas in the house, we took the plaster off the wood lath because the plaster was cracking and failing and falling off in big sections. So we've decided to leave the wood lath. We're going to re-prep the wall, and we're going to laminate it with new drywall. But all the other areas, we're leaving all the plaster alone. And so in addition to restoring the house and making sure that the original house is preserved as is, we are, however, updating all the systems. We've replaced all the sewer lines all the way out to the outside of the house. All new DWV piping, drain waste vent. All the hot and cold water lines have been replaced. You can see here we've used CPEX. These are the hots, obviously, and these are the colds. This is a very easy pipe to work with. It can't get eaten by rats. And like a cheap pipe like CPVC, it also doesn't emit a lot of chemicals into the water. We've used copper coming out, and so all the drain lines in the whole house, all the water lines, in addition to that, all the wiring has been replaced. The existing house had the knob and tube, as you can see right here. These are the old electrical that you can see here, and a very old system. Cloth wiring. In most cases, the cloth was actually falling off. The insulation was falling off the wires. We're replacing it with all these new wires and new switches throughout the whole house, so there won't be any old wires left or any old plumbing left. In addition to that, we're also replacing the mechanical systems, so they have new efficient air conditioners, air handlers, and condensers, so the house is properly air conditioned. So yeah, all systems are being done, in addition to some other things that the client wants in this house, like low voltage structured wiring and cameras and stuff like that, are all being upgraded in the house.